Oktoberfest, a 16-day tradition held annually in Germany, is going to be celebrated in the border city for one night and one night only. Although we don't have the German scenery, it's the closest thing to it around the region this Friday. The stockade will be overrun with beer, dancing, and music from the Emeralds and the Bavarian Shoe Platters.
I think it's a fun event that is so affordable. I mean, where could you get an Emeralds dance for $25 and throw in a German bratwurst and spätzle and all those good things for supper?
The event runs from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. with doors opening at 8 o'clock. Looks like a lot of fun. Well, some of the latest and greatest food the region has to offer was featured last night at the 3rd annual Harvest Feastival, including one of Canada's best berries. And as Peter Quinlan tells us, people got to do more than just appease their appetites.
A celebration of a year's hard work. Hundreds came out for the Harvest Feastival to enjoy quite a feast.
Around here, there's a lot of different produce, a lot of different meats that are grown right near Lloydminster that are sold right off the farm. So if you come and meet the people, you'll know where to get it from.
And there were a number of food favorites on the menu.
We're serving everything from goat on quinoa to different types of fruit. There's apples, we have turkey and mashed potatoes, and we have lamb and pork.
And another item tickling taste buds, a new berry to Canada with a bit of an interesting flavor.
The taste varies from person to person, but generally it's like a cross between a Saskatoon, blueberry, and a raspberry, all rolled into one.
The Haskap berry is from Siberia and is finding a new home in our country.
We now have the nutritional tests on. We feel it's the best berry in Canada. Very easily grown here in the prairies, winter hardy, full of the antioxidants that everybody keeps talking about. It's purple, so you know it's healthy.
We've supplied the Haskap berry since the conception of this Feastival. This is our 3rd year with supplying it.
And now local producers can go home with some fresh new ideas as they plan for the next growing season.
With our city roots, we should never forget that our real roots are agriculture and the producers. And the people that, we think a bad day is when it rains. It's a great day when it rains for them oftentimes. So for us to connect with our heritage, with our roots, and with our neighbors.
Peter Quinlan, Newcap News.
A school of rock is setting up shop right here in Lloydminster. On this week's Beyond the Classroom, we get a behind-the-scenes look at the budding new program.
He's going to teach them a lesson. There will be no gold stars or demerits that will rock their world. It's called Rock Band.
I watched a lot of School of Rock by Jack Black, and I'm thinking this is how I can model what we're doing in class.
A real-world rock band right here in the border city.
It's probably one of my more favorite classes. I enjoy it a lot.
Some of the similarities rather striking, and the premise practically the same.
We're basically just taking that whole idea of kids in a garage getting together and trying to make it on their own. We're giving them a formalized structure to be able to learn about music with it.
Jam out. You learn songs and you practice like crazy, and you actually get pretty good at them.
New this year, close to 25 lucky teens form 4 separate bands. Here it's called Garage Band. The curriculum completely written by this man. And though these kids won't be performing at a Battle of the Bands anytime soon, they've already spent some time in the spotlight.
They had a chance to play at Parent Night and were really, really well received. They played 80s metal to exactly the perfect crowd.
And with the class topping the charts with students, plans are underway to expand the program next year, ensuring all these kids can continue to rock out in the classroom, hopefully all the way to graduation.
Millions of Canadians still depend on a daily dose of nicotine, and now border city smokers have another outlet to try and kick the habit. As Kelsey Bloxham explains, Alberta Health Services runs the smoking cessation program Quitcore, which is now being offered right here in Lloydminster.
I just want to start by kind of just seeing where you're at with your smoking.
Lisa Colson started smoking in her mid-20s working in an office full of smokers. It began as a social thing. 10 years later, she's tried to kick the habit.
I've used a quit smoking aid, so that did help. I then quit it too quickly and then went back to smoking.
She's now getting more information about the Quitcore program.
Just because I have teenagers in my house and I want them to see me be healthy in order for them to not, succumb to the peer pressure and to be healthy as well.
Getting smokers involved has been a challenge here at the Primary Care Network, with many scared to take the next step.
I think a part of it is a lot of people really like smoking. And the addiction part of it as well is a huge thing. Addictions are hard to kick.
The 6-week program is run like a workshop, addressing a number of topics like what people do and don't like about the habit, different medications, and nutrition.
There's a big problem out there with people that quit smoking and gain weight. And that's a lot of times some of the reason that they, don't want to quit, because I'm going to gain weight. So we bring that in as well. What can you do to quit smoking in a healthy way?
Upcoming sessions start November 5th, with the program free for all Lloydminster residents. Kelsey Bloxham, Newcap News.
A huge honor for our own Mayor, Jeff Mulligan. He's receiving the Queen's Diamond Jubilee Medal for community service.
Well, when you read it, you think, oh, I'm to present a medal to someone. And then when you realize it's for you, you kind of sit down and you're pretty humbled.
The mayor says he got the news yesterday from Premier Alison Redford, but he won't get the hardware for another few weeks.
They're looking for people that have served their community well and served people before themselves, and it's very humbling when you get recognized that way.
The mayor is being honored at a ceremony on November 14th.